Hi, I'm Hana Morel, and I'm a researcher and consultant focusing on policy, sustainability, and heritage. And I work across all sectors, both nationally and internationally, and advocate for the critical role of archaeology and heritage in achieving sustainability with a real drive to improving how we operationalize success. So for this video, I'm going to introduce what is climate change and why culture and heritage matter. So let's start with the basics. What is climate change? At its core, climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperature and environmental conditions on Earth. Um, it's important to distinguish this from weather, which is short term or what you experience outside today or this week. Climate, on the other hand, is the pattern over decades or centuries and longer. So the timescales are different. Now, Earth's climate has always changed. Natural processes like changes in the Earth's orbit, volcanic activity, or shifts in ocean currents have driven major shifts, climate shifts in the past. So, for instance, we have ice ages occurring over the last 2.5 million years, caused by changes in the Earth's orbit and tilts, and these played out over tens of thousands of years. The Younger Dryas, another example, a cold snap around 12,000 years ago, had been triggered by disrupted ocean currents, and more recently, the medieval warm period and Little Ice Age. It shows that even over the last millennia, regional climate variations occurred, but global temperature changes remained under 1 degree Celsius. So, yes, natural climate change exists, but today's crisis is not natural. What sets today apart are three things: speed, scale, and cause. Uh, First, the speed. Past climate shifts unfolded over centuries or millennia. Today, we're seeing dramatic changes within a few decades. Species are going extinct at rates 100 to 1,000 times faster than normal, what scientists call the sixth mass extinction or the Anthropocene extinction. Second, the scale. The concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is unprecedented, even when compared to events millions of years ago. One iconic example is the hockey stick graph created by climate scientist Michael Mann. It shows relatively stable temperatures over the last 1,000 years until a sharp, unnatural spike beginning around the Industrial Revolution when fossil fuel was use exploded. And the third, the cause. This time it's us. Human activity, burning coal, oil, and gas, cutting forests, polluting land and water has changed the very composition of our atmosphere. All of us can experience these changes, and we do experience these changes. We can smell, can see it, can even feel pollution. One car's exhaust might be tolerable. Multiply that by over 1 billion, and the impact is global. These changes bring both direct hazards like heat waves, droughts, rising seas, and wildfires, and indirect ones such as food insecurity or migration, economic instability, and conflict. So, yes, climate has always changed, but today it's faster, more extreme, and caused by human choices. And this is where culture and heritage come in, not as afterthoughts, but as powerful tools for both understanding and addressing climate change. Heritage can help in four important ways. First, it helps us understand human environment relationships over time. How have communities adapted or failed to adapt to past environmental shifts? How have people shaped, respected, or misused the landscapes they live in? Understanding these histories can deepen our grasp of the social and ecological complexity behind today's climate crisis. Second, heritage is interdisciplinary by nature. It draws from history, ecology, anthropology, the arts, architecture, and beyond. This gives us a systems view connecting social, political, economic, and environmental factors. And this kind of holistic thinking is exactly what we need for better climate choices and decisions. Third, heritage offers practical, place-based knowledge. Traditional ways of building, farming, managing land and water often reflect generations of sustainable practice. Whether it's indigenous fire management, dryland farming techniques, or vernacular architecture, heritage can offer tested local solutions to today's global challenges. And finally, heritage helps us communicate. Stories, landmarks, practices, and memories anchor people emotionally and culturally. When climate change can feel abstract or overwhelming, heritage provides personal and collective entry points, helping make the crisis feel real and the solutions more meaningful. So, climate change is not just this scientific, technological challenge, it's a deeply human one. And to meet it, we need not only data and innovation, but also our culture, our identity, and meaning, which is exactly where culture and heritage come in. Thank you for listening, and I hope this gives you a fresh lens on both the crisis that we face and the tools that we already have.